Hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to this episode I'm calling Feeling Bad is a Great Sign You're on the Right Track. And I wanted to talk about this because I'm going through this right now. I'm going through this right now. And maybe you think that sounds nuts because here I am speaking about raising your frequency. Love is the highest frequency. Raise your frequency to create your soul aligned life. Frequency, love is always the answer, right? High frequency. And that's where does that lead? Well, it's feeling good, peace, joy, gratitude, right? It's all good feelings, right? All really good feelings. So, what the heck am I talking about with feeling bad? Well, okay. Last week, I wrote for myself a new hypnosis and subconscious reprogramming and nervous system and emotional management audio. And so I wrote that for myself for something that I'm working on. And I've been listening to that, right? I've been listening to that. I've been putting my intention there. I've been shifting into it throughout the day, moving my attention into the words I'm using, into the perspectives that I'm reprogramming. I'm reminding myself, right, of this shift I'm making, how I'm reframing and reprogramming. And for the first day or so, it felt really good. I'm like, yes, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. This feels so good. I'm saying the right thing. The words are resonating with me. The phrases are resonating with me. Everything just feels really, really, really good. And then about after like day two, I would wake up in the morning and I'm just like, I just feel unsettled. I just feel a little bit ill at ease. I'm feeling kind of off, and every little thing is bugging me and niggling at me. I'm more impatient. And then I noticed I was getting thought after thought after thought. Oh, gosh, you shouldn't have said that when you were coaching that client. That was terrible, terrible coaching. She's not going to understand that. That makes no sense. You're leading her down the wrong path. You're doing an awful job. Oh, Teal, you don't know how to answer that question that your client has. Gosh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, question and doubt, 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 doubt. Every thought I was having come into my head about how then to support a client who was then asking me questions that day. Oh, Teal, look in the mirror. Look at that. Oh, your teeth look funny. Your gums, I don't know. Are they healthy? I don't know. You got something going on with that in your mouth? Are you, oh, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're really not doing a good job brushing your teeth. Like, really, I'm not doing a good job brushing my teeth. But these are thoughts like popping up in my head throughout the day and for the last few days. Anything and everything, negativity, beating down on myself, shaming myself, guilt, doubt, self worth. You don't know what you're doing. You're terrible at that. You're screwing this up. What if this doesn't work? What if that fails? What about this? Find something to worry about, to complain about, to think that's going to go badly. Thoughts, thoughts, thoughts coming into my head constantly. And I was like, whoa, I am getting flooded with negative brain chatter. And I'm feeling now bad about myself. I'm feeling bad about my coaching. I'm feeling bad about my life, bad about my world, bad about my circumstances, bad about my money, bad about my health, bad about my relationship with my spouse, bad about my relationship with my daughter. I've got a beach coming trip coming up here, and I'm like not even excited about that. I'm getting into just stress about that. Oh, Teal, you're never going to remember to pack everything. Oh, how are you going to get prepared in time to go? You're going to have to be up all night packing. Inner critic. Blah, 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 blah. Holy crap. It's just that inner critic was just fired up. Fired up. Now raise your hand if you have been there, where you've been in those places where you're just like, holy shit, what is this negative chatter and where did this all come from? Because it seemed like everything was going fine and then all of a sudden there's a little more and a little more and a little more. And before you know it, there's just full blown negativity happening. And it's like, what? Yeah, been there, right? Been there, felt that. Well, what is going on? Now, I observed this and I'm like, whoa, time out. time out. This is a bunch of nonsense. This is hooey. This is crap. What's going on here? Oh, I know what's going on here, and I'm going to tell you. So, if you've been hanging out with me for a little while, you know how I talk about, yes, frequency, subconscious programming of our beautiful mind, and how that is also then our awareness to our soul and our intuition. But we're here in this life, not just as soul, not just as the higher self, as some people also call it, right? Knocking on my chest right now makes my voice sound funny as I knock on my chest, but what am I? I'm a physical being here on earth right now, and so are you, right? You're a human being here, right? On earth having this experience of life. You're this soul here on earth in human form having this experience of life. And what does your body do, right? Your body's got brain, your body's got nervous system, right? And your brain and nervous system, well, you know what it loves to do? You know what it loves to do is keep you safe. Your brain and nervous system is specifically designed to, run your body, but to look out for anything that isn't safe. And how does your brain and your nervous system and your body, your human form, define safety? Not just by actual, like, oh, that lion is chasing me kind of fear I gotta be aware of, and that's a safety issue because I don't want to be eaten by a lion. I don't know, though, when's the last time anybody got chased by a lion? I don't know. Even in Africa. I don't know. I don't hear about that happening a lot. So I think that fear is a little bit archaic, right? It's not really part and parcel of our modern world. But safety, your brain's really looking for things that are new and different and outside of your norm and outside of your comfort zone and unfamiliar, right? Your brain and body, this human form, is always scanning and looking for what is unfamiliar and different and a change out of your comfort zone. And that it labels as unsafe. So now if I segue back around to what I was talking about, where suddenly I'm getting all this brain chatter, these thoughts, and the emotions that are then coming with these thoughts that are getting me into more and more and more stories and negativity and this spiral of negativity. What's going on? Any guesses? Any guesses? Well, I'm reprogramming. I told you, right, that I wrote this new hypnosis and subconscious reprogramming for myself. Well, that is designed to change my programming, the programming of my subconscious mind, to rewire my brain, change, and to move me into an identity that I'm currently not embodying in the way that I want to embody it. Change, different. That identity, new, unfamiliar, outside the comfort zone. So I'm actively working to change my brain, my nervous system, my body, my subconscious mind, my identity, my energy from the normal that it is at now that my body's like, yeah, this is cool, we're safe, this is comfortable, I know what this is, I'm here, that's fine, to something different, right? Expansion, new me, new energy. And so, what happens? Brain scans and says, what the heck are you doing? Like, whoa, that's not safe, that's different, that's new, that's uncomfortable, unfamiliar, we don't know that, outside of comfort zone. Not safe, not safe, not safe, not safe. Red flag, throw in the towel, red light, and your brain and body and nervous system will do anything then to bring you into safety. And that means to do whatever it takes, by hook or by crook, to bring you back to that comfort zone. So this is why when you are working to change and make shifts in your life, it can feel so hard and so uncomfortable because your brain isn't sabotaging you. Your brain isn't fighting you. Your brain is actively supporting you to keep you safe. It's just that your brain defines safety as your here and now present rather than what you are creating as being safe. It doesn't know the thing you are creating to be safe, whether that is you creating more health in your life, you releasing 25 pounds, you making $100,000 in a month, you taking vacations, you being in a committed and loving relationship, you choosing to move all the way across the country, you getting up at 5 in the morning and making that now a new habit, you going to the gym every day, you having cups of tea every day, whatever it is, or just even a thought, right? A thought of, I love myself every day, or turning off the TV and news every day, not eating sugar and cookies anymore. If this is beyond what you do every day as your norm, and that's the familiar place that you're in, your brain's like, holy bananas, we're not going to do that. And I'm going to do what I can to distract you through the voice in your head, through giving you any kind of thought and emotion and sensation to distract you from these changes you're trying to make you feel so bad about these changes you're trying to make that you're like, I give up. I'm coming back to what I know, the comfort zone you're in right now, to make you feel so uncomfortable, ill at ease, painful, confused, stressed out, even to the point of making your physical body sick and ill, maybe even throwing up, right? To say, try to con you and convince you that this is so unsafe. Any of these changes you want, $10,000 this week? No. Better tell Susie Q every bad story we can possibly think about how horrible she is, how nothing ever works. No one loves her. She's ugly. She's fat. She's never going to make it, right? She's not worth it. Your brain sends all of these horrible, toxic thoughts and then the emotions that come with those thoughts at you to get you to stop, just to try to protect you and keep you safe in the way that it knows how. And so this is what was happening to me. This is what was happening to me. And so I'm like, oh, hey, brain, I see you. I see you, beautiful brain. Thank you for doing your very best to keep me safe. But you know what? I got this. This is okay. I'm going to show you this is safe. I'm reprogramming that this is safe, that this change is safe for me. I've got you. I've got us. I've got me. One. All one. Soul and ego, human form. We're all one and we're going together and I've got us. It's okay. I see you. I love you. Thank you for doing your very best to protect me and keep me safe, but I've got this. It's really okay. This comes up so often. Now, as I've been talking about this, how many times have you noticed this yourself and you didn't know what was going on? And so chances are you probably stopped. You stopped doing the meditation. You stopped doing the hypnosis. You stopped doing the tapping. You stopped doing the affirmations. And you stopped doing the habit, the whatever behavior it is that you were then working to also change. Maybe you stopped going to gym. Maybe you started eating sugar again and cookies. Maybe everything fell apart in that relationship, right? Because things started to feel so uncomfortable and you thought, oh, this means it's bad versus I'm actually just that one step closer to gold. So take this as a sign. When you are doing the work, when you are making an intentional effort to shift things in your life, making new habits, doing reprogramming, working with your nervous system and your body, making those shifts and changes, even just with how you are thinking, the thoughts that you have every night, not just about, oh, I can't afford that. No, how you change the thought to, I am prioritizing other investments right now. Even that simple thought around your money can feel very unsafe to your nervous system if you constantly operate in a place of lack. So even your thoughts can set off this safety reaction from your body, even with just that simple thought. And how quickly then you stop thinking that thought, you quit that affirmation, you forget it. Air quote, you forget it. Well, you didn't forget it. Your brain just pushed it away from you in a cloud of discomfort. So much so that you just didn't even go back to it. You didn't even get your feet under you to make the habit to establish that new thought. And by then establishing the habit of that new thought, it was creating familiarity and comfort and teaching the brain that that new thought was safe. I see this all the time, especially it just came up not too long ago with a client of mine where she said, you know what? I do meditation and I listen to, hypnosis audio, meditation audio, but I'm getting so distracted. Like I'm not even tuning in anymore. Like I feel like I don't even hear it. And I get all the way through. And then I'm mad at myself because I was like, gosh, you weren't paying attention. You didn't get anything from that when you were listening. Now, a few things there. You're always still receiving, even if you are not consciously aware when you're listening to the audios. They're always still doing the work for the most part. But I was like, hey, look at this. This is just a sign of the resistance coming up in your body to the changes you're making. This shows you are making progress. This shows you are making change already. You are laying down even the road for more change. And it's significant enough that your brain is like, whoa, crap, put the brakes on. This isn't safe. This is unfamiliar. So celebrate that. Celebrate that. You're doing the work. You're doing the work and it's working. This is a sign that it's working. This is a sign that changes are starting to happen, that you are on the right track with creating that change, that reprogramming, that shift, the identity, the frequency, the thought, the habit. And the more uncomfortable you are, the more the pushback you're getting from your brain, the more like, oh my gosh, this is not safe. Wow. What a sign that like, baby, buckle up because yeah, you are on the right track. And that is what I was feeling because I haven't felt this much thrown at me by my brain about a change I am intentionally choosing in quite some time. So I know that, yeah, I for frickin' sure am on the right path and I am making impacts and rewiring and reprogramming and it is happening and this is proof and it's working out. So keep going. So keep going, right? Just because you are distracted, just because you are uncomfortable, just because you feel bad doesn't mean the shifts you are intentionally making, the programming, the hypnosis, the meditation, the EFT, the clapping, the tapping, the whatever, the somatic, whatever. It's not a sign that it's not working. It's a sign that you are shaking up your brain and it is working. So how do you get through this? Because I get it. It can feel really, really uncomfortable. It can feel really, really, really uncomfortable. This is where you give yourself love and grace. And it starts with this awareness that I'm talking about here, because chances are you may not have been aware that this is actually what's happening to you when you feel this way. You may think, oh, this is out of alignment. Well, is it out of alignment or is it just your body, brain, nervous system trying to keep you safe? So what do? Give yourself love and grace and patience and keep going. Don't stop doing whatever it is you're doing to create the change. Whatever you're doing, the thoughts, the affirmations, the habits, the programming, the hypnosis, the EFT, the somatic work, the tapping, the breath work, whatever it is you're doing, keep going. And recognize, though, that this pushback is just what it is. Your beautiful, amazing body loving you so much that it's trying to keep you safe. So have the conversation then with your body and your brain. Tell your brain, I love you. Thank you for being here and always being here for me. Thank you, brain and body, for loving me so much that you are always working to keep me safe and have my best and highest good in mind. Thank you for that support. Thank you. But I see what you're doing. I see you trying to keep me safe here. But you know what? This thing I'm doing, this thing I'm creating, the wealth, the health, the relationship, whatever it is. See this thing, right? That's safe. That is safe. And I'm showing you that it's safe. And I'm teaching you that it's safe. And it's okay. And we're going to keep going. And I'm here for you, brain. I'm here for you, brain. Brain, I'm supporting you too. Together, we're getting there. We go as one. Together, we're going through this change and we're coming out the other side into just magic. Together, we're doing this. And it's okay. I've got you. And this is where you use your tools and support yourself moving into love. Love for your brain, love for your body, love for your soul, love for yourself as one, the one that you are, because there is no separation of body and soul. All is energy and you are one. So where most people would then go is, oh, brain, they get upset with their brain. They get upset with their nervous system response. They get upset with their body. Why are you sabotaging me? Why are you making this so hard for me? Why can't you just let me do this? Why are you making me miserable? Why all this? Why stories and negativity? No. Is that loving? Is that choosing love? That anger or frustration, that's again just more fear. And where's that coming from? It's coming from stories of that, your brain is out to get you. You can't change. It's hard to change. This won't work. People or things or your brain is against you. No, you are the ultimate creator of your life. You have that power to create it all in co-creation with the universe. You just put out your energy and the universe comes and 3D prints it for you when you're holding that frequency, when you were in that loving identity. So you feel the difference then of what I was talking about before, where you're not beating up your brain or your body or even your conscious self of like, why can't I get this right? Why am I feeling bad? I know I shouldn't be feeling bad. Feeling bad is low frequency. No. Love. Love for your brain. Love for yourself. Love for your body. Look at how it is all working together simply to help you survive and be safe in the way that it defines it. And then you, as the ultimate power and creator, choosing love to carry your body and your brain through to the other side with love, right? Change through love. Stepping into what you are intending to create and expand into with love, bringing your brain and body with you in love in a way that feels safe to your brain and body, right? Because if you're just hitting up your brain and body with more, oh my gosh, why are you doing this to me? I wish you wouldn't do that. Is that love or fear, right? We talked about this, and that fear, well, you're just beaten up on yourself in your brain and body, and that doesn't feel safe. So why is your brain then, who is all about keeping you safe, going to respond well to that? It's just going to be like, oh my gosh, this still feels unsafe. We're just going to pull her back even more. Love is safety. Love feels safe. Allow love to be the bridge for you and carry you through. Love is safe. So love on yourself, love on your brain, love on your body. And talk to it and talk to yourself and keep going. Do not stop. Do not stop. Okay. So that is where we're going to leave it for this episode. And just again, remember this feeling bad when you're intentionally working to change things in your life, see it for what it is. You're just your beautiful, amazing brain, nervous system, body trying to keep you safe. And see it as the sign of proof that, yeah, you are truly making the change. It is happening. It is going. It is working. You are on track, on the path. So keep going. All right. And I will see you next time.